EGM Network.
Good afternoon and welcome to Community Conversations. I'm so glad that you're listening in again today because we have some outstanding guests, as always, but someone that we don't hear from very often. And they have a great story to tell. They're celebrating an anniversary this month, and that would be the Jake Owen Foundation. So we're doing something a little different. I hope that the time delays using remote is not going to be problematic, but it might take a little getting used to. We have Elizabeth, or Liz Sledge, today, who is the Jake Owen Foundation chairperson. Hi, Liz.
Hello.
And what city are you in?
Oh, I live in Orange Beach, Alabama.
And so that's where you're remoting from, I presume.
I am. It's a beautiful day.
It absolutely is. And with us also is Keith Gale. Keith is the business manager, correct?
No, I would serve Jake Owen as his business partner and manager. We formed a company called Good Company Entertainment together in 2017. He has a very excellent business manager, and you would not want me keeping the books.
Well, we're awfully glad that you're both here today because, as I understand it, this is a special 15-year anniversary month for you all. So that takes us back to what year? 2010.
2010.
Wow. He must have been just a whippersnapper then, huh? Now, Liz has already said that she doesn't go back to those early days, but Keith, you do, don't you?
Well, yes, ma'am, I do. And Liz kind of does as well, too. In 2010, both Liz and I were working together at the RCA Records label. And that was at the time Jake's record label home. So while we did not work directly with Jake as we do now in the roles we're in, as people on his extended team at his record label, we were around when he certainly did start this foundation with his family and his childhood best friend, Mardy Fish, who at the time was a very successful professional tennis player. And so in its origin, there was a Mardy Fish Foundation, and Jake was assisting Mardy, who also lived there in Vero Beach on the Treasure Coast. And then, you know, after the first couple of years of Jake and Mardy working together to support Mardy's foundation, they're best friends. You know, they're still great friends. Jake was the best man in Mardy's wedding. Mardy, in a very selfless act, told Jake, you know what, man, you should kind of form your own thing because your platform is big now and it's getting bigger and you're going to be able to help a lot more people going your own way than being a part of mine. So the Mardy Fish Foundation still exists. And as mentioned, Mardy's family and Jake's family and Jake and Mardy are really good friends and both foundations support each other. But it was at that point in 2010 where Jake, along with his family, formed the Jake Owen Foundation.
Well, and it's my understanding that the Mardy Fish Foundation really is focusing on school-age children with the 6 or 7 or 8 best practices, really helping kids relative to healthy starts, where Jake's Foundation seems to be a little more open in terms of its mission.
Yeah, our mission statement is helping people in the places they call home. And a secondary point to that is we try and be a national charity with a real local approach. And yeah, I mean, we don't necessarily put ourselves in any one particular category. Jake really feels like with the platform he has and the ability he has to get the word out about so many deserving charities that we just try and help as many people as we can.
I see that your banner now says 65 different organizations have been helped in this short time. That's an amazing amount with $8.5 million raised. Again, in just 15 years, that is an incredible effort. So Who handles
Well,
that?
and I really, Miss
Is that
Vicky,
you, Liz? I'm
I
sorry.
really, Miss Vicky, I'd really like to really give some credit where credit is due. As mentioned, I'm kind of an older guy, and I have been indirectly and then directly involved since the formation of Jake's Foundation. But I have to tell you, everything changed for us 3 years ago, Liz. Whenever Liz Sledge decided to join, 3.5 years ago, when Liz joined our organization, it changed everything because she is an amazing organizational powerhouse. And she is unbelievably detailed when it comes to all the things that she has to do. But more than anything else, the reason she makes a great executive director of Jake's Foundation is she's a great human being, and she cares about all these causes that we're helping.
So, Liz, what are your most recent additions in fundraising and helping others?
You mean places that we've donated to, newer ones?
Yeah.
One of the newer places that we started donating to this year is Keystone Educational Center. Sorry, had to think of the name.
I put you on the spot.
Danielle McLean, I believe, runs that, and we met with them this past spring, and they've started a new school there, and people will be able to learn more about that on our website soon, and also at our show, as we did an interview with her, so that everyone can learn a little bit about their school, and you should bring her on because it's a pretty great place.
Okay, good to know. So we want to say thank you as well from Treasure Coast Community Health. You connected with Loretta Farrell, our Executive Director of Fundraising. That's not a real title, but it's close enough for today. It's a Monday. And so we're really, really pleased that we were able to make the connection and thank Jake and all of you so much for assisting in our capital campaign for our new pediatrics center. After 3 years of permitting, I'm happy to say we finally got the A-OK in September, and the walls are going up lickety-split. It's amazing to watch it go from dirt and trees to a flat surface and then pouring the foundations and then wow, it's just amazing to me. I went over there last week and I thought, wow, all the trees are gone. What is that grinding sound? Well, the concrete corners don't always mesh exactly right, and so they were literally cutting the concrete blocks for perfect fits. And so we now have the first floor done. We're waiting to be able to put a little more cement, I guess, down where our dental area is going to be, because that has to be exactly as the water and electric and whatnot come up through the dental chairs. But then the second floor will go on, and then we'll start working on the inside. So great progress and great partnerships. We're still hoping for more capital assistance in our local community. But as always, Jake and you have come out in front and said, sure, we'll be happy to help. So again, I didn't want to miss the opportunity to say thank you. So you do all of this through a number of events, and I only know about the ones that are here, but this is coming up in a very short order within the next week or 2 weeks, November 14th and 15th? Okay.
And 16th.
And 16th. Okay. So how did all these events come to pass? I understand golf was probably the first one because rumor has it that Jake and Mardy have always loved to golf. So a golf outing seemed like a natural first step. I'm assuming that that's what actually happened. But then tell me how the other events have added on. And if there's any openings for our local folks to participate, because I've also heard that it's a quick sellout.
Keith,
Well,
I'll let you
I
speak
do
on
wanna
how it got started.
Yeah, so actually when it started, as mentioned, Jake was working with his friend, and it was Jake and Marty's tennis and music. And it was a single day event. There was some, and then when Jake's foundation became the sole entity in 2010, we of course started with music because that's, Jake Owen's day job. And yes, you mentioned Jake does have a love of golf. And so then that extended into a golf tournament to go hand in hand with the concert event. And then, we just started branching out and doing other things because we felt like, well, some people may not be into golf, but they might be into fishing. And so we have a fishing tournament. And some people, may not be able to make the concert on Saturday night, but maybe they can make our comedy show on Friday night. So I was very proud when you had that graphic up there that showed all the things. I mean, we feel something for everybody. We have golf, we have comedy, we have a family fun run, we have a songwriter show, we have the big main concert, and we have a fishing tournament. There's a lot of things that people can participate in, have fun, and help the community as well.
It's amazing. As I looked at that list, last year we became involved with the fun run first thing in the morning. And that was an amazing turnout. We had wonderful weather. It was a little nippy, but of course the runners, as they were coming back, did not complain because they were just pouring with sweat. All different ages, runners, walkers. It was really great. And I'd love to see that happen again this year. So if you haven't signed up, please consider doing so. What's the best way for them to do that? On the web page or... Help me out here.
Yes. JakeOwenFoundation.org has an events tab, and all of our events that are still open have availability. And the ticket button right there. Click on that and it will take you to where you can register or buy tickets.
Okay. And you did mention
it's
that
going to be a great turnout this year.
The weather's supposed to be beautiful. Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. I guess I better get a good night's sleep because I was handing out the shirts and the bibs, and they just kept coming. So either that or I've got to help you recruit somebody else to stand next to me. I did have some folks, but
put you to work.
They can't. Exactly. They can't. But you know what? That's great because that's a way of supporting as well. I've always said, time, treasure, or talent. We all have something that we can give to make our community better. And you're giving us the vehicles to do that. So again, my thanks. We're going to take a short break for a word from our sponsors. And then when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about each event for folks who may be not familiar. Okay? Stay tuned, guys. Treasure Coast Community Health in-house pharmacies have the lowest prices in Indian River County, even lower than big box pharmacies. Taking your medication as prescribed leads to better health. Affordable medicine makes it easier. Treasure Coast Community Health patients can pick up medicine as they leave the office or use free delivery and mail order services. Pharmacists are always available to answer questions. Switch to TCCH pharmacies. Save money, stay healthy. 772-257-8224 and ask about our price match.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of in-stock coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Dining and bedroom sets, occasional tables, sofas, sleeper sofas, love seats, and chairs in the latest styles and colors from Tommy Bahama, Lexington, Hooker, Four Seasons, Braxton, Color, and Capri. We're the outdoor furniture experts and have hundreds of styles of any patio furniture you need, including a gallery of American-made Telescope, Berlin Gardens, Lloyd Flanders, and Pollywood, all with no tariff ever. And we also specialize in fire pits, outdoor rugs, umbrellas, and replacement cushions. Right now, we're having a huge floor sample sale with lots of great markdowns on everything you need for your Florida home, including all pictures, lamps, and accessories half price. Sunshine Furniture, 1295 US 1 in the Publix Plaza, Vero Beach. Don't forget to visit our outlet store directly across the street, filled with lots of name brand closeouts and sale items. And visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
At Evergreen Media, we know the people, the businesses, and the work needed to take your marketing to the next level. We know where locals go to shop, work, and have fun.
We're here to focus on your local advertising so you can focus on your business. This is our home. This is our business. Evergreen Media. We market, you grow.
And welcome back to Community Conversations. We're glad that you're still here with us. And if you're just tuning in, this is Vicki Soule. I'm the CEO of Treasure Coast Community Health, and each week we ask different individuals around the community to come in and tell us a little bit more about themselves so that our community can support all these wonderful folks. Most are nonprofits, but many are not. Some are new organizations, some are evolving organizations, and some, like Treasure Coast, have been in existence for more than 30 or 40 years. We are celebrating today with the Jake Owen Foundation, 15 years young, and doing great things. Over $8.5 million has been raised already over what I consider, in my advanced years, a fairly short period of time. And Liz is here, and with her is Keith. And we're on delay because we're doing this sort of a in-studio and Zoom combination that we've never done before, but it's all good. It's all good. It's about sharing information. So, Liz, I'm going to ask you, what is your favorite event?
Oh, gosh. That is a hard one.
Okay, how about this one? What's the most work to put on?
Oh, sorry. What was that question?
What is the one that's the most work to put on? From your perspective as a foundation director.
The Flamingo Jam, because it's, it's over 1,000 people. So I would say that's the most work. But we do have a lot of people at our office and as well there in Vero Beach that help us put every event together. It's a great community that pulls together for each event and we make it work. But that's probably the most time consuming, but each is fun. They're all my favorite. The whole weekend is a favorite weekend.
It's a great weekend. So it starts on Friday night. And so you have the Golf Classic in the afternoon. And then the Flamingo Jam is actually at the Riverside Theater now. Did you guys have it at one point someplace else?
On Friday, we have the Flamingo Golf Classic. It is sold out. It actually has a running wait list all the time. Friday night is the Flamingo Comedy Jam. So that's a comedy show.
Okay.
That is different than the jam, than the concert. Okay. So Friday night is the Comedy Jam. We have Ryan Parsons hosting, who is a board member and longtime friend of Jake and comedian. We have Sheena Reagan, who will be back as the feature. She's hilarious. And Jamie Lissow is our headliner this year. And I went to see him a few weeks ago. He's hysterical.
And so again, tickets can come online through your Jake Owen Foundation through the website. So those tickets are still available for Riverside Theater, even though you can't golf. There's plenty of other golf events coming up for good charities as well. Sorry, folks.
Yes, there are.
Okay. And then on Saturday?
There's actually one this weekend. Saturday, we start off with the 3K, the Flamingo Family Fun Run. It is there at Corporate Air. It is a lot of fun, and we thank TCCH for being volunteers at that event as well. Last year, we had about 250 sign up by the time we took off. This year, we already have 250 signed up. So this event is growing, and it's a lot of fun for families.
And the registration and check-in time is at the 8 o'clock that's posted? Or do you want them there earlier?
8 o'clock is when you start running. 7 o'clock is when you register or late registration.
For those of you that aren't real early birds, I wanted to give you enough time to prepare. Okay. And it's okay if they wear flamingo type outfits? I saw a lot of pink last year. A lot of pink.
Absolutely. You can wear what you want, but flamingo flair is always exciting.
Okay. And then after that, later in the mid-morning, tell us about the Songwriter Splash. I've not attended that, not even heard a whole lot about it. So fill in the blanks for us.
So the Flamingo Songwriter Splash is at Heaton's at Kempton's Vero Beach Hotel. They do donate 25% of proceeds to the foundation. We have not announced our songwriters yet, but hope to this week. That is open to the public, or you can reserve a table. That is also on jakeowenfoundation.org. So you can reserve a table, or it's open to the public, and we'll just accept donations at the door. But that's always fun because we're bringing in songwriters from Nashville to play some of the hits that they've written, and you never know if there's a surprise guest or not.
So it's not really that they're writing songs in front of you. It's kind of a variety show then.
They're singing songs that they wrote that are on other artist albums. Some have been on the radio, some are album cuts, but these are the writers of the songs.
And do they take questions, or is it a more quiet endeavor?
Usually people are just listening to them sing, and they tell the story behind the song. But I guess if they wanted to ask a question, you could.
And is there a limitation in terms of how many people attend that? No? Great. Okay. Keith's going, no way. Don't limit.
The more the merrier.
Okie dokie. See, that's something I'm going to have to check out. I've not had that opportunity yet, and it sounds like a lot of fun. And then moving on, 7:30 that night, you've got something going. 7 o'clock, sorry.
7 o'clock, the gates are open. 7:30 is when the show will start for the Flamingo Jam. I'll let Keith give a little history on that, but also tell a little bit about our writers and artists that are going to be there this year.
Wonderful.
The Flamingo Jam actually was an evolution of what started out as just a regular concert. And we've had surprise guests through the years and special guests through the years. Jimmy Buffett has played it, as has Tracy Lawrence, as has Randy Owen from the group Alabama, as has Joe Diffie. We've had so many great guests through the years. And this year is no exception. Jake has a longtime musical collaborator of his named Kendall Marvel, who is a very talented artist unto himself, but he also is a tremendous songwriter. And he wrote or co-wrote some of Jake's earlier hits. For people who are Jake Owen fans, they may remember one of his first songs on the radio was a song called Startin' With Me. Kendall co-wrote that. And then, there's also some exciting new upcoming artists. Last year, Jake introduced the world to a guy by the name of Zach Top, who now is evolving into one of the biggest superstars in the format. Well, this year, he's got a very exciting new artist, Trey Pendleton. Help me, Liz.
Pendley.
Okay.
I stumble on that one, but I know he's really talented. I may not be able to speak, but anyway, so Jake is going to invite those two guys to play with him, and there'll probably be some surprises too. So it's a very great concert event that we're very proud of.
That's awesome. I know everybody around town starts talking about it weeks ahead and for weeks after. And then the last thing, as we're wrapping up here in the next minute, will be the fishing classic. And that is for what ages?
All ages.
All ages. Okay. And where's that meeting place?
So that will, the captain's meeting is on Saturday. Probably 1:30. That information is on jakeowenfoundation.org.
Okay.
You can register there or ahead of time, but you must be present at the captain's meeting if you're going to fish, because you have to get the information for the tournament. You can leave out to fish wherever you want, and you come back to Riverside Cafe around 1 for awards and a raffle.
Wonderful. Thank you guys so much.
Vicky?
Yep, we're wrapping up.
Vicky,
What you got, Keith?
Just one more time, I'd like to thank you for this opportunity. I'd like to thank Liz for the work she does. And anyone that's looking at this, please go to jakeowenfoundation.org, and you can find information on what events are available to attend. There's something for everybody. If there was something I could wish, it would that people would attend comedy and fishing. Those are the things that we still have tickets available, but there's something for everybody. jakeowenfoundation.org.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. See you in a couple of weeks.
Thank you, Vicki.